Welcome back to Front End Guru. Today we were going to explore three awesome methods in JavaScript called call method, apply method, and bind method. These methods are super duper important because they let us control how functions behave, making our code cleaner and more powerful. Trust me, by the end of this video, you will be using them like a pro. Okay, let's begin with call method. You can think of call method as a way of telling JavaScript, hey, I want to uh, call this function, but I want to decide what this should be. Normally, this means this. Okay, this keyword. Normally, this keyword points to the object calling the function, but with call method, we can change it. Let me show you how. Okay, let me uh, first create a imagine you have a person object with a name. Okay, let's say const person equals to name. I will name it as front end guru. Okay, and you want to greet them using a function like this. uh, Function greet. Okay, and I will simply console.log like this. Welcome back to, and I will simply write this dot name. This name will from this person. Okay, so I have to call this greet function, but wait a second. Now if you call greet method directly, it will fail because this isn't pointing to the person. Okay, but by using call method, you can tell JavaScript that this should be the person object. Let's see that. Greet and greet dot call, and I will pass this person, and see, welcome back to front end code. Let me clear this first, and once again I will um, okay, let me show you. Let me cut this and paste this again, and okay, wait, it's not showing. I don't know, maybe it's a poor network connection. Okay, welcome back to front end code, you can see. Okay, so uh, now when we call this, you can see this greet dot call of this person. JavaScript knows that this keyword, this should be the person object, so it prints welcome back to front end code. Okay, now uh, let's talk about apply method. Apply method works just like call method, but with one small difference. Instead of passing the arguments one by one, you pass them as an array. This can be helpful when you don't know how many arguments your function will have. Okay, so let's take a look at a function that adds two numbers. Let's say function add. I will pass two arguments, a and b, uh, and I will simply log this console.log and the a plus b. Okay, so normally we call it like this, add like add normally we call this like this, add 3 comma 3 comma 4, like any value you want. Okay, okay, you can see this, the value is 7, the output is 7. Okay, so normally we call it like this, but using apply method we pass the arguments inside an array. Okay, like this, add, this is the add function, and dot apply null, and I will put this value within this array over here. Okay, so this will print 7. Yeah, this will print 7. The output is 7. Okay, so here we use null for this. Okay, this because we don't need it. Then we pass 3 comma 4 within this array, or as an array, when we call add dot apply method. Okay, it adds 3 and 4 and prints 7. Okay, yep, let me clear this first and also clear this from here. Now we are ready to talk about the bind method. Bind is different because it doesn't like immediately call the function like the apply and the call method. Instead, it creates a new function where this is already set. You can think of it as creating a preset function for later use. Pretty cool, right? So let's fix the code that I showed you on the call method, and say we have a function greet. Okay, and we want to use it for different people. Instead of calling it right away, we can use bind method to create a new function with this keyword set to its specific object, like this, const person equals to, this is the name. Okay, so name will be the front end guru, and I will say function greet. Okay, over here console.log, I will say welcome back to this dot name. Okay, this dot name. Okay, oops. And I will create a new function with this set to the person. Okay, like this, let's say const greet person or anything else, greet user, greet, and I will bind this with the person object. Okay, this is the object, person object, and now I will simply call this greet person, like this, and this will print welcome back to front end guru. Yeah, you can see it, welcome back to front end guru. So we used bind of person to create a new function with greet person. Okay, when we call the greet person, it knows that this refers to person, so it prints welcome back to front end guru. Okay, so now let's recap everything you have learned. That is, the call method lets us call a function and decide what this keyword should be, passing the arguments one by one. Next is the apply method, is just like the call method, but it uses an array only to pass arguments. Okay, and bind method creates a new function with a specific this value, but it doesn't call it immediately. Okay, these three methods are incredibly powerful and can help you write cleaner, more flexible code. I hope this video helped you understand them better. Okay, goodbye.